are back for more Monday Files and we'll be watching Fire Department Chronicles. Where Are They Now? Part 1.
What's going on, everybody? Many of you have asked for an update on some of the people featured in the Real Things I've Seen series.
Yep, thank you. Thank you guys for telling me that there's a continuation on this.
So here you go.
Oh, hey, it's this guy.
So after all that went...
The silent heart attack guy.
Okay, you ready? Do it.
Sir, here we go in 3, 2, 1. Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Went down and we all checked the contents of our underwear. We loaded that guy up and brought him down to the hospital where he bought himself some fancy new internal hardware. But the craziest part about
This guy's rich, bro. Huh?
that entire call is he forgot everything.
Who am I? And why do I
Amnesia.
exist? And who made me?
Because
Like, how severe is that amnesia? He forgot his name and stuff? Or he just forgot that scene, that particular scene, that traumatic scene?
we gave him for said prior to cardioverting him, he forgot everything leading up to us welding the crap out of him,
I
wanting
see.
to beat the crap out of somebody there that pushed that button, and then transporting him to the hospital. In fact, halfway down to the hospital, he was asking if we could bring him back to his house because he was completely fine now. And it was on that day that I realized that with enough medication, you can forget anything.
He just forgot the traumatic experience.
Oh, crap.
Oh, crap. Oh, crap.
This dude was another
Oh crap, I did not watch this one.
person that should have met whatever afterlife entity you believe in, but instead walked away with a couple broken ribs and a bruised lung. And all because of this guy. The guy that I couldn't depict well enough, sitting at 6'8".
Oh wait, is this what I think it is? He went under the car and suddenly the jack, is it called the jack? It fell off and hit his ribs or something. Holy shiz.
300 pounds that literally picked up the car with one arm and dragged his meat pancake friend out from underneath and stopped him from remaining a dead, flat human. And on that day, I
Whoa!
learned that adrenaline and friendship are the strongest things in the world.
If that friend isn't freaking chat enough to lift that car up, that person will become the car's breakfast pancake for sure. Hope he gives some smooches to that friend as he deserves.
I mean, except for my wife's hate for the peanut butter spoons that I leave in the sink every day. That's really strong.
Just wash it. Oh, this one.
Holy crap. Hi. Taylor
Hi.
McGee was by far the most interesting patient I've ever ran on and made me question my actual knowledge of the human body for a solid 10 seconds. And by the time we
Is
dropped this guy off at the
migraine or
hospital,
something?
what they said was going on blew my mind. And that was they had no freaking clue.
You what?
Huh?
Yeah, that happens so many times that we drop people off at the hospital and we never actually get an answer. Why? Not because the hospital's incompetent, but because they don't actually know what's going on until they run the outrageous amount of tests that they need to run to find out why this patient is direct injecting taters right into their sinus cavities. But unfortunately, that's just a part of the job. So I hope that answers some of the questions that you had. And
I guess only that person knows what result he got. Because I don't think the firefighters will wait there until they get the results from those tests.
of Where Are They Now? And
Where
today
are they
we
now?
might discover some very personal connections with one of the people in the videos. Let's
Oh.
get into it. Why is he not wearing
Interesting.
clothes?
Because he thinks he's a cow, man.
Moo. This guy was actually one of my first interactions with
Haven't
someone who had taken
watched this
edibles.
before
I mean,
yet.
obviously, I ran on a few people who enjoyed a little bit of the devil's lettuce, which for the most part is harmless and completely entertaining. But when it comes to edibles, they tend to have the highest adverse reactions, simply because of the amount of time it takes to be absorbed and the type of route that it's taking to be absorbed. And for this guy, at first, it left him completely catatonic and looking like he was riding the Milky Highway, and then quickly came to life with a wonderful yellow liquid surprise and a few well-placed moves.
Moo!
Moo!
But in the end, we were able to get him down to the hospital where he was completely fine and probably, hopefully, kept the gift of yellow rain going for the ER
No, stop.
staff.
Don't tell me it's like a continuous fountain when he was shoved in the ambulance.
The crispy Kris Kringle.
Why are there
What?
Christmas decorations in April?
This guy was actually one of
Hey.
the calmest trauma alerts I've ever called. When we got on scene, he was acting like he was completely fine, confused at why we were even there, and in fact was refusing to go to the hospital at one point in time.
Okay.
All of this made sense when we realized that he had taken a tumbling nose dive off of a 25-foot tree and
What?
landed directly on his face.
Ouch!
Once we got him down to the hospital, all of our
That is not how you do face surgery, bro. I'm sorry, continue.
suspicions were confirmed when they told us that he had a lovely traumatic brain injury, some randomly placed broken bones, and owed his neighbor a few mortgage payments for saving his life.
Okay. So, is it the trauma that made him fall off the 25-foot tree? Or he was just there for the funsies and he had a traumatic brain injury after that?
Saving his life.
Dude, you gotta drive faster. Wait, why? Because I'm gonna crap my pants.
The sweaty individual desperately trying not to drop a hot piece of butt fudge into
What
their
the-
BDUs was unfortunately me. It was
What?
me! This was at the end of a very long 24-hour shift where I had spent the previous 12 hours with an unexpected colon cleanse because apparently I ate something that my sensitive ginger stomach didn't like. And of course, we caught a late call, which set off the chain of events that led to me begging my partner to drive faster or sweet death.
My old friend.
And I'd love to say that the other two people portrayed in this video hoping that I would crap my pants in the back of the boo-boo bus was an over-exaggeration, but if there's two things I've learned that firefighters love, it's saving lives and ruining them by telling every single person we work with that their fellow brother dropped a deuce inside of their Fruit of the Looms.
Although it's funny, holding it in is seriously freaking hard. I've been there, bro. Especially when your stomach is twisting and turning, but you have no way to excuse yourself to the toilet. Dang, bro. It's hard, bro. Little Moo survived that hellish trip back on the school bus, and never will I wanna experience that ever again. Never.
Third installment of Where Are They Now and what
Where
I
are they
believe
now?
are the three most interesting calls I've ever been on. Yeah,
Oh.
I think I felt something.
this
hit my
one.
leg. A few. Wait, what? How many's a few? There are two types of people in this world. People who lose
person.
their freaking minds the second they feel pain, and
Uh-huh.
then this guy who was shot
chill.
9 times and couldn't have cared less about the 900-mile-per-hour pieces of metal that were shoved inside of his body
Ew.
until he could
Oh.
figure out whether or not his car needed a new slathering of paint.
Yes, but a scratch, brother. I thought because he was very chill that no bullet was in him. That kinda sounded weird, but yeah, you get the point. He was more worried for his car's window than himself. Dang.
But honestly, I've never seen someone handle pain better than this dude did. And then when I found out that not a single one of those bullets hit a major organ or artery in his
Whoa.
body when he walked out of the hospital the
Bro.
next day, I knew for a fact that he was certainly the luckiest and probably holiest person walking around on the planet.
Holiest.
All of a sudden, I knew exactly what the bottom of my foot looked like.
So unfortunately, I've seen a lot of crazy crap in my career,
Haven't watched
including
that
people
before
cut in
yet.
half and body parts strewn all over highways.
No, stop.
But this was my first time experiencing the thought of, holy crap, I might actually blow chunks all over this road.
I'm going to throw up. I think I'm gonna throw
Don't
up.
throw up.
Seeing that guy's leg with one more joint than it should have had briefly made me question my career choice and definitely made me feel bad for his
Ouch.
stupid choice of sticking his foot out the window. But then one of the police officers
Why?
showed up for traffic
Why?
control and clued me in on the fact that this guy was wanted for multiple crimes, including child abuse. And even though my treatment
Never
didn't change
mind,
that
he
day,
deserved.
I definitely wondered, was somebody driving a giant truck of sweet karma that day?
Yup.
This is soap all over my rectum.
Oh, it's this guy.
So I would love to say that this is the only person I've ever ran on who attempted to explore their nether region with household items, but I would be lying. In fact, the only thing
Well, it's accidental, bro.
I'm yet to experience is someone being straight up honest about trying to shove things inside of their backdoor cinnamon ring.
Not the back door. Not the back door.
Which I truly don't understand because at the end of the day, no first responder, nurse, or doctor gives a
Wait, is it not an accident? Is it not an accident? I thought he fell and it just accidentally booped in the cinnamon the hole haha. But it was intentional.
Crying crap about what you do on your personal time, especially since we are most likely some of the craziest, strangest, and most eclectic humans that you will ever meet. But the one thing that we can all definitely agree on is the one place things without a flair should never go is your chocolate starfish no-no zone.
Try to catch me howling at the moon.
The way he described these things is so freaking funny. But I seriously thought it was accidental.
Hey everyone, welcome back to a very overdue installment of Where Are They Now? And if you're a dude, you might find some of this episode a little bit painful.
What's
Ow.
off? It's off.
You know, as a paramedic that's been doing this for a pretty long time, I feel like I've mastered the ability to
Haven't
keep
watched
a
that
straight
too.
face no matter how horrendous the call or injury is. But when it comes to someone losing a section of their Johnson to a very violent and forceful catheter incident, that's where I tend to lose it.
Did they pull
You see,
it
catheters have a
out?
balloon at the end of them, so once they're in place, the balloon can be inflated so it'll remain inside of the bladder and then
For context, it is something that helps you pee when you can't pee by yourself.
inflated so it'll remain inside of the bladder and then deflated once it's ready to be removed. But if you forget to deflate, an exploded hot dog is what you'll make. It's truly hard to
Ouch.
describe what it's like seeing four grown men saying, "There's no way," over and over again because none of us could believe what we were looking at. But the good news is, it sounds like they were able to get this guy a full set of twig and berries again, and
What the-
us as much therapy as we're gonna need.
Then why are you covered in blood? My varicose vein exploded.
I've seen people shot, stabbed, impaled with 8-foot lightning rods, bleed a little bit, but I've never seen
Ouch.
someone paint their home like they're the Picasso of human lube, like someone who's had a ruptured varicose vein.
Bam! Blood everywhere.
You see, the hardest part of controlling a
but
severe
why?
varicose vein bleed is you can't just use one tourniquet like you would in an arterial bleed. You need two. One to stop all the arterial blood from coming into the leg, and then another one to stop all the blood that's inside of the leg ejecting out of their varicose vein blowout.
Woohoo! Big summer blowout.
But thankfully, we were able to control the bleeding, get this guy down to the hospital, and then stare into the endless void, wondering when my leg veins would ultimately betray me, sending me into a lonely death.
I haven't watched that clip before too. What happened? It accidentally exploded? The veins? It can't be intentional, you know. Who would wanna do that? Raining.
The
Oh,
one
not
thing I was
okay.
told when I was learning about Narcan was never slam it. Why? Well, have you ever heard the phrase,
Oh my god, there's vomit everywhere.
well, you will if you ever give Narcan too fast. But
What is a Narcan? Oh, it is a antidote for reversing the effects of opioid overdose. Got it.
to be fair, everyone has different reactions when it comes to being given Narcan, and in my experience, most people are pretty chill when they wake up from their opioid sleeping time. But from time to time, you're gonna get the joy of experiencing you and your entire ambulance being doused in whatever they had for their last 3 meals. But I'm happy to report that that person was dropped off at the hospital feeling fine, and I went back to the station, burned all of my clothing, and never looked at bologna sandwiches the same again.
Try to catch me howling at the
No.
moon.
You see, some catheters have a hot dog.
I like the retakes, the NG scenes.
Where Are They Now adventure continues today with patients
Number
that were
5.
seemingly disconnected from reality and one that wanted to disconnect my head from my body. Calm down, you know we're here to help you. Flocka was by far the craziest street pharmaceutical I'd ever seen people on. I mean, up to this point, I'd seen your normal opioid-induced nap-nap,
Uh-huh.
or people screaming at the top of their lungs after their 60th line of booger sugar made their pacemaker start firing off multiple rounds of heart-drilling electrified regrets.
Ouch.
But what I had never seen was grown men in their full birthday suits gifted with Olympic-level sprinting abilities like they had after consuming a fresh batch of Flocka.
I just felt like running.
all of these terms, bro. What the heck is flakka? Okay, I'm back, and flakka is kind of like cocaine but cheaper. It's called the cheaper synthetic form of cocaine.
And funny enough, what my brain still can't seem to process is why every single
don't
one
do
of them
drugs.
is being chased by wolves. Every single one of them. We're gonna get you, Which means they're either being transported to another dimension, or we have invisible wolves running around us that none of us flapped up individuals can see. The good news is, after
Why is
a
it always
fresh batch
wolves?
of Haldol and Valium, they got away from those wolves and took a happy trip up to Cloud 9.
Mike, this is Jimmy. Jimmy's blood sugar drops.
Got it. Have you ever been picked up by another person and thrown across the room like you were a human lawn dart?
Damn.
And it was by
It
this
was
guy.
him.
Low blood
His
sugar can be a
experience.
very interesting thing. For most people, when their sugar begins to drop off, they become weak, tired, or maybe even unconscious.
Yeah.
Not this guy. Somehow this guy's lack of brain sugar caused him to become the insulin-dependent Incredible Hulk. And as a fresh medic, I figured this was my chance to show the world how strong and nimble a ginger stretcher fetcher could be. And then I got blasted across the room like a high-powered fart in the wind. But after some great distraction techniques and very quick darting, we were able to get some glucagon in his arm, his sugar back up, and a lot of ice packs for me.
Aww. Different people have different reactions to the lack of sugar, huh? Some people, like, if they have a lot of sugar, it will keep them awake all night because they're like sugar high. For me, tea and coffee, I could take them at night. Or maybe sugar, I would just sleep like a baby. Yeah, no feel. It doesn't keep me awake at night.
For me. Phew. Oh my God, is he weird? If you want to deposit a butt burrito in your pants while simultaneously looking another human in the eyes, give someone adenosine.
I pooped my pants.
Adenosine is a medication that we give to patients when their heart rates are too high to hopefully help slow it back down. But it has an incredible side effect of making the entire room smell like backdoor dumplings when you literally watch somebody's heart stop and then pray it starts back up before you have to start giving them the old staying alive cartilage cracker. Good news is, though, the medication works 90% of the time, leaving them feeling 1,000 times better and happy we came. For the other 10%, they get two things: a sedative and to ride the lightning.
Try to catch me hollering out to me.
Yeah.
Okay. I noticed that from these few videos and the videos I watched before, our heart is like a PC or a phone. It needs some resetting or rebooting for it to work better. It's more on the rebooting, I guess, so it doesn't lag. Like they just reboot the heart just like your phone. Are we secretly Terminators or something?
Just when you thought we were done, we're back with another Where Are They Now? And today
Let's
we're going
go.
to talk about why peeing on the people around you doesn't make you a better friend.
I smell
Of course.
so bad.
Oh, this
For
one.
as long as I can remember, people have tried
This guy got a jellyfish sting, and everyone peed on him.
So bad.
For as long as I can remember, people have turned to spraying their friends and strangers with golden shower fluid when they get
Oh,
stung by a
stop.
jellyfish. And I really need you guys to know something. It doesn't work. And the truth shall set you free. The reason kidney tears have been raining down upon the victims of jellyfish stings is because
Kidney
the
tears.
acidic nature of urine should theoretically neutralize jellyfish venom and help reduce the pain. But it doesn't. The only thing that's getting neutralized is the happy memories of sand and waves for the person that just had a run-in with the prehistoric venomous snot rocket and is immediately being replaced by nightmares with the hot asparagus-soaked regret that they were just deluged in. No, God! But if this ever happens to you, have no fear. Simply soak the area in salt water or tap water between 107 and 113 degrees, which should help reduce the pain, plus save you a lifetime on therapy bills
On
and
trauma.
awkward conversations about the time you went wee-wee on me, Mom.
Can you just suddenly bring up a Bunsen burner and just cook the seawater?
Me, Mom. See, I got it all under control. What is that ringing? High blood pressure can present in many different ways, like blurred vision, headaches, or like this guy who looked like me after spending 3 minutes in the sun without SPF 5000.
Ouch.
Good news is he was fine, and to say he was lucky would be a gross understatement. You see, after suddenly stopping the medications that he had been on for the last 30 years, his body compensated wonderfully by shooting his blood pressure through the stratosphere and almost taking his ability to ever eat solid food again with it.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back.
Look, I get it. Nobody likes taking prescribed pharmaceuticals every day. I mean, maybe some of them.
Maybe some of them.
But when a pill might be stopping your brain from blowing a blood gasket inside of your very sealed, very sensitive brain cage, it might be important to continue consuming it so you can continue using all of your limbs.
I know, but PB&J.
It has to be done, but that's harsh.
So you can continue using all of your limbs.
I know, but PB&Js are so good.
This was nowhere near the first or last time I would encounter somebody who filled their belly with Benadryl prior to consuming something they were highly allergic to in hopes that their body wouldn't catapult their consciousness into the next lifetime. Again, I get it. If somebody took the ability for me to be able to house an entire peanut butter, marshmallow, and bacon sandwich away from me, I'd be upset, but I sure as crap wouldn't risk the possibility of not being able to see the next Fast and Furious installment on it.
You don't turn your back on family.
Severe allergic reactions happen after your body releases abnormally excessive amounts of chemicals like histamines into
why did he consume all of that? Did he wanted to disconnect himself?
Your body after you've eaten or got stung by something. Oh! And the body's reaction to this can be super unpredictable, from a little tummy pain to laying on the ground looking up at the sky as your airway closes faster than you can say.
That escalated quickly.
And that's why rolling the antihistamine dice ain't worth it, because no amount of all-you-can-eat shrimp is worth drooling all over yourself in the middle of a Red Lobster as you catch an EpiPen to the thigh and question all of your life choices.
Try to catch me howling at the...
Thanks for watching. I hope it quenched a little bit of your curiosity on what happened to some of them. I haven't watched like half of it, of what happened over here. So I'm very curious about what happened. I'll try to watch more of the shorts next Monday Files.